Now, lots of guys are streaming their gameplay these days on sites like Twitch TV so they can capture their epic, awesome gaming moments. As you can see, I'm having some pretty epic, awesome gaming moments in the second level of Peggle Deluxe. So I'm going to show you guys a piece of hardware. This is the Avermedia RECentral Live Gamer HD that makes that whole process easier and more enjoyable. Now, there are a lot of options in terms of capturing gameplay and streaming it online. For one thing, you can use XSplit software in order to actually capture the gameplay that you are currently playing, and then it writes it to a file on your computer somewhere. The problem with that is that you end up with very high CPU usage because you're capturing probably from a webcam, you're capturing from the game itself, and then you're compressing that footage on the fly to keep the file sizes from becoming astronomical. Speaking of astronomical file sizes, you also have the option of using an uncompressed HDMI capture card such as a Blackmagic Intensity Pro. I actually have a couple of those as well, which I spent some time comparing how they work compared to the Live Gamer HD. Now, the problem with that solution is that while it's not particularly CPU demanding, you end up with enormous file sizes, multiple gigs for just a few minutes of footage, something that's not that easy to get around. The Live Gamer HD solves both of these problems by adding an onboard processor. The onboard processor means that you don't see a hit to your gaming performance because of the high CPU usage, and you get manageable file sizes because it is encoding the media on the fly. The physical setup is a total piece of cake, especially because the card comes with all the adapters you need. So whether you're using HDMI, which is what I'm using right now, where I have an HDMI cable running from my graphics card into the capture card, out from the capture card to my TV. Remember, HDMI carries audio, no problem. Or whether you're using DVI, it comes with everything that you could possibly need. So if you have a DVI monitor, the process is a little bit more complicated with some adapters, but Avermedia includes everything you need. So all you have to do is use the DVI to HDMI adapter, use the included HDMI cable then to plug your graphics card into the Avermedia Live Gamer HD. Then you've got an HDMI to DVI adapter that goes into the output of the Live Gamer HD and then out to your display device. Now, one more step is that you may need to plug in the audio cable if your graphics card doesn't support audio signals over DVI. That makes sure your audio is going to be synced and it'll be passed through to your capture card. Now, there's one more advantage I didn't mention last time, and that is resolutions. Now, not everyone can stream up at 1080p because it's very bandwidth dependent and you don't want to tank your internet connection when you're trying to play a game. So, the Avermedia Live Gamer HD gives you the option to play on your screen in 1080p, but actually stream in 720. This is only possible because of that on-the-fly media encoding that other cards are not capable of doing. The RECentral software is very easy to use and offers a ton of different options. So there are setup wizards for capturing, that is, taking gameplay that you're in the middle of and just capturing it to the local PC. So there's pro, newbie, and amateur settings. The amateur button is the biggest, and I think the reason for that is it's suitable for 95% of users. Once you're ready to capture, you press the ready button, and then all you have to do, once the software is primed, it disappears into the corner of the screen when you're in the middle of an intense moment in your game, like say for example, you're about to make that final shot. You think you're going to get the rest of the orange pegs, but you're not sure. You can press the button and either capture a glorious moment or not capture a glorious moment. You can tell it's recording because the LEDs start breathing. You just turn it off like that and immediately you can see that opening up RECentral, we go to the video folder and bam! We can watch our video file in full quality, the same quality that we were playing in, slightly compressed using H.264. We also end up with much smaller file sizes than you're used to if you're using traditional uncompressed capture. Now, the other thing that it's great for is streaming. So you can link your Twitch TV account very easily just by signing into Twitch from here, and you can make all the same option changes that you'd want to. Now, this is a solution I didn't talk about before, and while you can use the Live Gamer HD for this, you don't have to because your CPU utilization is so low with it that it totally doesn't matter. But you can either capture from the current PC, a different PC, or the game console. You can set it up all these different ways. You go through your options here, so video source can be HDMI, DVI, component, D-sub, audio source can be HDMI, or you can use that pass-through that I showed you guys before in the setup process. You can change your video settings, your bit rate, all that good stuff. Oh, and yes, this capture card is pretty unique in that it can capture 1080p 30 FPS. There's only a couple capture cards on the market that can do that. So then you go, you set up your hotkey, and you can obviously use the hot button for that, and you are ready. Alright, so that's good, that's cool, that'll stream your gameplay to your Twitch channel, but what about using something like XSplit? If you want to have, you know, that thing that most of the streamers are doing with their webcam feed in the corner and their game in the middle? The Live Gamer HD is fully integrated and completely ready for Twitch, for XSplit rather, and I'll show you guys that setup process in a moment. XSplit takes a little while to launch. Now, if you guys didn't already know, I think XSplit's awesome. So XSplit can be used to choose whether or not you're recording. So what we're going to do is we're going to prime our RECentral. Then we're going to add a camera source, Avermedia HD Capture, and boom, it is that simple. Then you can add any other sources, whether it's image files or whatever else you want. You can overlay your webcam, and you are ready to go as soon as you click broadcast, and you can either do local recordings or broadcast to an online service such as Justin or Twitch.tv using XSplit itself. There's a free version of XSplit, and the only real difference, well, the main real difference, you can't have as many scenes and stuff, is the fact that it uses a lower grade audio codec on the free version. Now, I know that setup guide was pretty simplistic, but honestly, it's actually that easy. So don't worry about it, guys. It's really, really straightforward. The one thing you might have to fool around with a little bit in the settings is your resolution. Make sure it's set correctly. In conclusion, it is a very flexible setup. You can capture from the local PC, another PC, or even a game console and stream your games and do whatever you want with them using RECentral or using XSplit. So again, more flexibility, very low overhead on the CPU side. You get better game performance. Check this out. I'm capturing right now. I'm capturing my desktop. I can move things around. My CPU usage is at around 30%, which means if I was playing a game in the background, I would have 70% of my CPU left. Yeah, see, it went away. There you go. To actually play the game. And last but not least, guys, this is not a solution for ripping Blu-rays or other HD content. So, if there's HDCP protection on the content, this won't work, but for anything else, including recording whatever you want to do, using it as a screen recorder even, this is a fantastic solution. Thank you for checking out this NCIX Tech Tips episode on the Avermedia RECentral Live Gamer HD. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I hope you see the use in a cool product such as this. Oh, last but not least, you can even capture from things like HD camcorders and whatnot if you use a long HDMI cable, which is actually what I'm using it for. And it works really, really well. Highly compatible and doesn't cause blue screens like the Blackmagic Intensity Pros that I also have in there.